Good morning, Venerable Kelsang Varahi.
Morning, how are you all?
Great, thank you.
It's
Venerable
freezing up
Varahi.
here.
Okay. Venerable Varahi, this is Kondo. Did you
Hi.
get my email? I just wanted to check and make sure you got it. That's all.
Yes, I did, and I'll respond today. Yes, thank
Okay,
you.
well, yeah, you're welcome.
Good morning, Donna. Can you switch me, please?
Oh, yes, good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, Meredith, good morning.
Hola, Ale, buen día. Hola a todos.
Hola, buenos días.
Se escucha bien, Ale. Ale, se escucha bien, vos me escuchás. Ale, ¿me escuchás? ¿Sí? Yo también, gracias.
Is Gellicus here?
Please have a seat. Good morning. Good morning, Venerable Hamo. Good morning, Venerable Kando. Good morning, Venerable Shiki. Good morning, Venerable Tenzil Hamo. Tomasi, good morning.
Good morning, Geshe-la.
Linda, good morning. Michael, good morning. Carmen, good morning.
Morning, Geshe-la.
Fernanda, Marcelo, Patagonia, good morning. Katina, good morning. Renee, good morning. Dr. Watkin, good morning. Pati, good morning. Panditji, good morning. Oh, Venerable, sorry, Kelsang Lamo, Venerable Kelsang, good morning. Tara, good morning. Bob, good morning. Tom, good morning. David, good morning. Patricia, Patagonia, good morning. Not good morning. I'm not just good morning. What time is it? Is morning or evening? Patagonia. Good morning, Meredith. Good morning, Alejandra. Children.
Mediodía.
Oh, yeah. Good morning, Nili. Good morning, Arlene. Good morning, Govina. Good morning, Karen. Good morning, Susie. Good morning, Helen. Good morning, Alex. Sandra and Alex, good morning. Good morning, Felix. Good morning, Hen. Good morning, Jessica. Good morning, Nico.
Morning.
Good morning, Nim. Good morning, Monica. Good morning, Jill. And Colin, Ali. So anybody watching on YouTube, good morning. So Venerable Alhamdulillah will begin with a short prayer.
Let's begin with Shakyamuni Buddha's mantra 3 times. Te ata mune mune maha munae soha. Te ata mune mune maha munae soha. Te ata mune mune maha munae soha. Now the medicine Buddha, verse of praise and mantra. Bhagawan with equal compassion for all, whose name, when merely heard, dispels the suffering of the lower realms, dispeller of disease and the 3 poisons, I prostrate to medicine Buddha, lapis light. Te ata hum bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata hum bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata hum bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Now the 4 measurables. 3 times. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. Now the verse of praise and mantra for Chenrezig, the Buddha of Great Compassion. Not veiled by any fault, white in color, whose head a perfect Buddha crowns in light, gazing compassionately at all beings. To you, Chenrezig, all sane one, I prostrate.
So whenever Lamala, we said chant, three times. So then first, so this is like 6 syllables mantra of compassion. So excuse me. Very much needed, compassion is very much needed for one's own happiness and also happiness for other living beings that you encounter or other living beings that are around you. So compassion, it's needed for yourself, for your happiness, also for happiness for others. Compassion is very much needed. So these 6 syllable mantras, so the compassion mantra, just simply reciting that mantra, there's so much benefit, believe it or not, there's so much benefit. So each syllable, has different, signifies different, each syllable signifies different meanings. So it's important to know. So then when you say the mantra, you can meditate. Meditate. What it means, meditate means think. That's the meditation. The minute you are thinking about the meaning of the mantra, you are meditating on the mantra, compassions. So that, it's very, very important for your own happiness. When it comes down on your own happiness, compassion is very much needed. Then when it comes down to happiness of other people, then compassion is very much needed. It's like a seed. It's like the fertilizer. If you want to see the beautiful flower in your backyard, first we need to have good soil, seeds, water, fertilize, sun. So compassion is very important in the very beginning of that beautiful flowers. Could be like your own liberation, could be all your enlightenment. So right from the beginning, compassion serves like seeds, also the rich soil. So when it grows, so then, in the very beginning, compassion is very important. In the middle, compassion is very important. Once you get enlightened, compassion is very much needed. So compassion is the source of one's own happiness and happiness of other living beings. Something that we can develop, okay? So mantra, Venerable Lamala will recite the mantra 3 times. The first one, then please visualize. According to Buddhism, so compassion with according to Buddhism, so the power of the compassion of all enlightened beings, when it appeared as a form, that's called Avalokiteshvara, Jeresi, Buddha compassion. So, you have some visual image, because we heavily rely on visual, vocal, that's how we learn. So visual image. So Jeresi, there's like 1,000 arm, 4 arm, whichever is suitable for you, you can visualize, or if not, so then Tibetan people, we believe, deep down from our heart, we believe that His Holiness, the 14th Dalai Lama, was the manifestation of, our Lokiteshvara Buddha compassions, or Jeresi. So you can visualize His Holiness, it's not like you're visualizing somebody who's been there like 600 years ago, 1,000 years ago. It's like in our generation, you can hear, you can see His Holiness. So you can visualize His Holiness Dalai Lama. So light, white light, white, hollow light, emit from His Holiness, body, spirit, mind, emit. So then the nectar, form of liquid nectar, flows down from there, then dissolve through your crown chakra. All the problem, complications that related to the pride, right after the first, the 6 syllable mantra recitations, first recitations, you can visualize hollow light, white light. Nectars flow from there through your crown chakra, fill up your body from all the way from your feet all the way up to your crown, completely fill up all the problems that related to the pride, arrogance, complication, problems that related to the pride, completely purify your body, become like crystal, glass, almost like you become like light. You can see in and out, very clear light, okay? So we do that visualizations, each of those mantras, okay, we do these visualizations, okay? Basically, hollow light emit from the Jeresi body, speech, and mind, touch through your crown chakra, nectar, form of liquid flow, dissolve into your crown chakra, all the way to your feet completely fill up all the problems that are related to the pride, arrogance, completely eliminate it. So then you yourself become like clear glass, like bowl, like clear glass, stainless crystal glass. Basically, your body, your life become free from arrogance and pride. Okay. Yeah.
Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum.
Now the second recitations, So then visualize hello as what is the color? Mantra color, the red
Green.
or green? I just wake up, so don't remember. So now please visualize hollow green light emit from His Holiness body or changes the body, touch your crown. So the same like nectar, like flows, when it's come down on purification practice, I think it was good to visualize, generally speaking, not definitive, generally speaking. So the form of liquid should be like white color. Like milk flows from that, like hollow light, crown chakra, same, fill up all the way from the tip of the toe, all the way from the crown, completely fill up. And any problem that related to the jealousy caused by any complication, any problem caused by jealousy, completely purify your life, become free from the jealousies, then like almost become like, like I say, Tangsa means like the glass, there's no stain, like that. It's not like this made out of flesh and bone. It's like form of light. Basically, your light become like crystal, stainless, no stain, clear glass, form of light. Meaning that your body is now free from all the jealousy and causes the complication, the problem caused by jealousy. Okay.
Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum.
So now the next one, same hollow light image from the body, speech, mind of His Holiness, or Cherish it, white, the light. What color?
Yellow.
Yellow color light emit from Cherish the body, speech, and mind. Hollow light, or form of like nectar, or form of liquid like milk, like white milk. Comes to your crown chakra, fill up, same like fill up from your toe to all the way up to crown. Any problem that's related to doubt, any complications from, there's so many doubt, so like doubting yourself, doubting other people, doubting the very practice you do, and doubting like, maybe liberation is not possible, maybe enlightenment is not possible, or becoming good person is not possible, becoming kind is not possible, or becoming more compassionate is not possible, or changing myself is not possible. So much doubt, like layers of many layers of doubt. Even though you are holding a map that clearly explains how to get to Washington, D.C., but you don't have faith in the map. You probably don't have faith in yourself. You think that you will never get there. So that's just an example. It's just an example. Or maybe there's no will to go. In the first place, there's no will to change. There's no will to go. There's no will. There's no interest. Obstacle after layers of obstacles. All the negative doubt, so completely purified. Then same like your body become like crystal clear glass or form of light. That means your life now become freedom from this negative doubt. So then you begin confidence, different many layers of confidence in yourself, in the very practice that you do, very service you provide, you like gain confidence and you have faith in your verbal action, physical action, mental action. You have faith. So then that's how you liberate. Okay.
Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om
thank you. So now the next one. Color,
Is blue?
yeah, blue, like a light, hollow light image of Jesus' body or his own the Lama's body, speaking mind. Touch your crown chakra, then fill up, the nectars from a liquid from your throat all the way up to here, completely fill. So now here, then, all the problems that related to the ignorance, all the complication, all the problem, all the difficulties, physical difficulty, mental difficulty, not knowing the fact, not knowing the fact. In Buddhism, ignorance is not just not knowing, it's like goes much deeper than that. The root of all the complications that we go through, root of all the complications. Not knowing the root, what is the root of all the problems. You may blame your friend, you may blame your neighbors, you may blame your countries, you may blame the parties in the country. There's so the blame game has been around since from beginning of time to till now, but not much result. So according to Buddhism, so the root of all the problems is ignorance. Not understanding the true nature of self. Not understanding the true nature of self and just going along with that sense of self that if you ask yourself what is self, not much clue there. So then top of that you say I, so then from there you say my, so then it goes on and on and on. That's how the life gets complicated. That's the reason why life gets so complicated, intertwined, tangled with all kinds of problems, complications. So all begin with notion of self, which we don't have a clear understanding how to define that. So this is the particular ignorance. Okay, then visualize that ignorance to be completely purified with all the problems that created related to the ignorance, completely purified. Then your life become freedom from that ignorance. Okay.
Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum.
Now you see that each syllable signify different things. Different things. So now the color,
Red.
red hollow light emit from Vaja body, Vaja mind, Vaja speech. Touch into your crown, nectars form of liquid flows. Fills up from your throat all the way up here. Eliminate all the problems that is associated with attachment. Yeah. Any form of fear, anxiety, believe or not, caused by attachment. Then all the complications, problem causes by attachments that completely purify. Your life become free from attachment. Okay.
Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum.
Last one. Color.
Black,
Or
black.
dark blue.
Oh, dark blue.
More like dark blue. Dark blue. Mm. Mm. Panditji is dark blue. What's the color? Where's Panditji?
I'm right here, Geshe-la.
What?
I call it blue black. So it's so dark, it looks almost black, but it's dark blue.
Blue black.
It's a compromise, Geshe-la. So it's so dark, it almost looks black.
Doesn't matter whatever you call like dark blue. Dark blue. Yeah, dark blue. Dark blue. Dark blue. So whatever's hollow light, dark blue, hollow light emit from our Lord Krishna, His Holiness, Master body, speech, and mind. Touch your here. Nectar, a form of liquid flow, so then go all the way down to tip of your finger toe, so then fill up from all the way up here. All the problems they're created causes by anger, and like all the complications they're caused by anger completely purified. Then your life become free from anger, okay?
Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum.
Oh, yeah, wonderful, very good. So I think it's good time to do very simple meditations. The mantra is so easy to learn. I think a long time ago, people were having hard time even just learning a mantra. So then group of B probably manifested by enlightened beings. So I guess people like to watch B. So group of B, they comes around with the sound Om. People look, people. So we enjoy our wonder mind. So yes, so the second group of B comes Om. That's how the B taught people how to say the mantra. So I think you may not need the B, so you are fortunate enough, you can learn. So that's how the mantra has been taught long time. People having hard time understanding just word Om, hard time saying the mantra. So we are not in that category, that's fortunate, learn. So then the second mantra.
It's green Tara, verse of praise and mantra. Tare liberates from cyclic existence. Tutare liberates from all fears. Ture liberates from all sickness. I prostrate to the liberator, Mother Tara. Om Tare Tu Re So Ha. 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 Om Tare Tu Re So Ha.
Sanje chodan choji chonamla chanju pardon dane chabunje dagi chushi chibe sonam Dola, Penjaya, Sanjaya, and Doba. So meaning behind that is to help us to set up positive intention for the class, not just for your own happiness, for think about happiness of each and every living being on this universe. So that's the best form of motivations. Okay, so then that's good. So motivation is the key. Sanje chodan soje chonam lo chanjo bano dane chanjo je dage chushin je be so nam je ando la be je sanje no bano jo sanje chodan soje chonam lo chanjo bano dane chanjo je dage chushin je be so nam je ando la be je sanje no bano jo Lada la me me na mi a jin omba da wa ja jin la so chu je chong la chawa che ba na mo san je sung ra do shi je de ve ju je ba de da shi je ta be chun ji ne de shi Namo la ye ke da lu da de jin ge te bo da da mi ke nam da do wa ku jen da na chi da bo tam je ke da ge che den do ang ge tu se ye so ne ta wa tam je bon be ja ta be chun ne de de bo bo tam ten la cha oh yeah so Ramasi, any questions?
There's a question that somebody asked last week and we didn't get to. It is, what is the best way to pray for those around us who are sick?
You know, prayer is like form of wish. Prayer simply means wish, you know, nothing more, nothing less. It's not just religious business. It's just a wish, form of positive wish. The wish can be small, wish can be so vast, that wish can be for every living being, and that wish can be for you, your family, your relative, your close one. It's a form of wish. It's a mental thing, you know, it's like mental, it's coming from the mind. And of course the word comes from mouth, but basically it's a wish, form of wish. So when you do meditation Buddha mantra or meditation Buddha mantra, same thing you do meditation Buddha mantra or like money mantra, same thing, Tara mantra, any form of mantra, you can visualize, as I said, if you are doing Tara mantra, so you can visualize Tara, so then the light, like the image from Tara's body, and you can visualize Tara from each and every one, your friends on their crown facing the way, same way they are facing, you can visualize. Form of light, you can visualize. Tara, medicine Buddha, you can visualize. And while you do the mantra, so then you visualize the nectar, the continuous flows through the crown chakra, purify their physical sicknesses, mental problems, difficulties, such as anger, jealousy, all of them. You have, if you visualize, so that due to the karmic relationship, it benefits. It benefits. How it benefits cannot explain. It benefits. How it benefits, hard to explain. It benefits. Because first of all, because the karmic relationship, it benefits. People do feel. People, when Kadamba Center, when we request people to put their name in the Kadamba Center prayer list, number of people mentioned to me, they feel that we are praying for them, they feel. How are you going to explain? It's hard to explain, but people feel, okay? Visualize all of them around you when you do the practice, visualize. If you're doing meditation Buddha practice, visualize meditation Buddha. If you know all the 7 meditation Buddha practice, you can visualize them. And like, as I said, mind, energy, you cannot separate. Wherever mind goes, energy goes. energy is like horse that the mind rides on. The mind goes to your friends, there's energy. It's already there. Part of your energy is already there. If there's a positive, people do feel energy. If you're a Christian, when you get very close to Pope, you have goosebump tears because the energy is connected, because the wise mind is there. Wherever mind goes, there's energy. That's how they manage to push energy into the central channels, because where they focus, wherever you put mind on something, there will be energy. Mind cannot travel without energy. So mind is like a blind person and with leg cannot see. Energy is like someone who has vision to see but doesn't have leg to go, or something like that. Well, maybe. So I already explained, so maybe I screw up. So there's a combination of mind and energy. That's how mind travels. That's how you can visualize. When you put your mind in somewhere, if you put your mind here, main entrance of the central energy, create something, some syllables, visualize. Minute you visualize, your mind is there. If it's there 100%, so that energy is quite strong. That's how you manage to push. Otherwise, how are you going to push? Impossible. So that's how it benefits. You think about them doing something. You are already connected with that person with your mind and energy. Energy people feel, whether there's in the room, there's basically, people feel. So there's not much explanation. People just feel. Okay, that's the best. You visualize. When you do practice, you visualize all of them. If it's your pet, in reality, that's your pet. And this, during your practice, for a special reason, you visualize them as a human. In reality, is your pet. You visualize as a human. From a human, when you say the mantra, you just visualize you are leading your pet, and you just visualize your pet is also saying the mantra. That's how it's been done. Okay? Oh yeah. So Dinesh, what else?
So there are two questions, Geshe. One is a follow-up on the question about prayer. That question is, when we think about prayer and can't explain how it works, does it work because of interdependence? Because everything we feel, think, and believe and do has consequences.
Yeah, that question's already answered, I think.
Okay.
Don't you think? I think it's like based on your mental connections with the energy. That's how it benefits. How it benefits, that's how it benefits. Explain, cannot really explain. So there's a reason why it benefits, because you are connected, mentally connected. You are thinking about that. At that moment, you are thinking about that object is your friend. You are thinking about that. Part of your energy is already on that. So that's how it kind of benefits. Okay. Or visualizing Tara, how it benefits, because your mind is on there, connected. Part of your energy is connected. How many percentage? 100%, the best. So maybe 50, 20, the best on that. All right.
Okay, Geshe, the other.
Yeah,
sorry. The other question is, what is the best way to interact with difficult people, such as a parent who has harmed us?
Any donations? Venerable Alhamdulillah, Venerable Chuki, Venerable Tenzin Lamo, Venerable Kelsang, Venerable Kanto, Dr. Watkin, any of you, any contributions, please.
With compassion, Geshe.
Dr. Brown,
Yeah,
where?
I'm in the corner. No, I said with compassion.
Oh, sorry, because my ignorance is very thick, I cannot see.
But you have feet.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, Dr. Brown, please say, what did you say?
Yeah.
I said with compassion.
How?
Give me an example. Whoever asked the question, what? Give an example.
Good. Parents.
All right, interact with compassion. The motivation is compassion. Then the words come from the motivation. It's not from anger. It's not from victimhood. It's not from, some negative mind state. The most helpful way to interact with everyone is actually with compassion.
Very true, very true.
Yeah. May I speak, Geshe-la?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Well, with Don, to follow up on Dr. Don's thing on compassion is the beginning of having that is no matter what a person has done, they're trying to be happy, and even though it harms you, to recognize that, that's what they're trying to do. And I think the first thing for me is, in terms of like long-term people that, are really difficult with, not just a difficult clerk in the store, is to really have compassion for myself and to believe that, that my practices can support my healing. And out of having compassion for myself, lets go of the difficult feelings and are able to have compassion for the other person. Because again, we all want to be happy.
Very good.
Geshe-la,
Yeah.
this is Linda. There's a follow-up question that I received that has to do with what Kandala just said. And she asked, do we have to interact at all with our parents who have abused us? So she says, is not interacting self-compassion?
Yeah, could be.
Yeah.
Well, Geshe-la, don't you always say that if something is so severely disturbing to your mind stream that, you need to protect yourself, and then over time might be able to do it?
Oh, any more donations?
Sorry.
Forgiveness. Can I talk?
Yes, of course. Anybody can talk.
I would say understanding the person would help, understanding and forgiveness too. Because as a child, I was a very difficult child myself. I was very mischievous, and my mother would spank me. And so my relationship when I was 7 years old with her was very difficult, But then with time, as I grew up, I learned about her own childhood. She was an orphan. There was a lot of pain. So when I understood my mother's own pain, own suffering, then that opened my eyes, gave me perspective, gave me a bigger view, and I was able to forgive her trespasses. Well, I was raised a Christian, I was raised a Catholic. And so that's how I came up with, I said, everybody suffers really. So, and we're all ignorant. So that gave me I forgave my mother. Now we are having a better understanding. Now now as a grown up, my relationship with her is better, much better, based because I actually see that we all made mistakes, and that helped me heal that wound, right? I knew how much she suffered. Actually, she suffered a lot more than I did. She didn't even have a mother. I had a mother.
Very good, very good. Oh, yeah, wonderful.
Geshe-la, may I add to that?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Very good.
I think you have to know yourself really well, and you have to, like the previous speaker just said, you have to reflect on your experience. And if you know, you can sit on your cushion and think about compassion, but when you're with the person, if your emotions overwhelm your compassion, then you have to stay away a little bit and contemplate what happened and think about what your need from that person is. In other words, you have to use your intelligence and survey your experience and what you know about the other person, what you can expect from the other person based on experience. I don't think it's sufficient just to contemplate the importance of compassion and say, I'll be compassionate, because I think, we all have had the humbling experience of knowing how that can be erased in a moment if our emotions become too strong. Then there's the teaching from Shantideva that if your feelings become too strong and you can't control your mind, to become like a log, not react, not talk, not say anything.
Any more donations? I personally, of course, there's tons of answers based on knowledge. Based on teaching, there's tons of answers. It's not like there's no answer. But based on individual experience, that makes, even though there are like tons of answers within the teachings, sometimes it's not easy. It's not easy just say, because I personally have no experience. And first of all, it's very unfortunate that you are having a hard time with your parents. It's like not the best thing to have in our life, because life already has tons of complications, problems that we deal with. According to Buddhism, since the beginning of this time till now, then on top of that, so now there's some extra problems. So very unfortunate that our heart goes out to you, and we pray that sooner than later, that problem will be solved based on wisdom, loving kindness, compassion, as loving kindness, compassion doesn't mean exclude yourself. Yourself is very much included there. What is your moral responsibility that you have for your life? Is to protect your life, first of all. And I think I can talk because I think that every day, like I am responsible for my well-being. That's my moral responsibility. I do think about that on a daily basis, that to protect myself from any disturbing thought. That's the last thing that I need, and that's the last thing I want, because kind of disturb my peace of mind. If my peace of mind destroyed, so then more likely my mental creation will be something negative. my mind will create something negative. My mental creation will be negative. So I'm very much afraid that I'm going to believe in that. And I'm going to clinging so tightly on that. So that whole thing then open the door to more problems. So trying to be very aware, very mindful, very aware. The first and foremost thing, minute I wake up, I think that's the main things that first I protect my peace of mind. Then I'm not going to destroy anybody's peace of mind. Best I can, like contribute to their happiness. So that's the kind of thinking that I usually think. But practically it's hard thing, it's hard. Problem with the parents, you have maybe bias to your mother, then the parent argue, then you team up your mom, so you team up your father, then all kind of problem goes here, there. I experienced that when I was, I went to the monastery when I was 7 years old. I was separated from my parents, like 1,000 miles down the monastery. No phone, you cannot call. My parents cannot write, read. The communication is very limited. You send one letter, it takes 3 months. By the time that you get the letter, letter is almost finished, torn apart, So person needs to deliver it. No, there's no vehicle. The person needs to deliver it by foot to my village, to the letter there. So then every 3 years you get a chance to go to see there. So then you hear all kinds of stories. The mom tells you, father doesn't say much. The mother usually say, that tells all the stories what's happening in the families now. I think I was like 13. One time I told my father, okay, I'm going to take my mom to the monastery, make her nun. Just saying, no clue how I'm going to do that. No clue, So out of frustrations. Yeah, they want to feel. So that, like this kind of problem happens. This happens. And one important thing that I've been saying that we need to understand the nature of samsara. These things are kind of expected. Not guaranteed, but these things will happen. These things will happen. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. I just feel sorry that our heart goes to you. So we will pray that your relationship will improve. If not, maybe at least not get worse. And we pray. And also you also need to think that your moral responsibility to protect your peace of mind. And especially nowadays, everybody's going through so much. The best answer, some of the audience said, kindness is the best. Kindness. There's nobody argue when it comes down to kindness. Everybody appreciate. Everybody wants to be loved. Everybody wants to be cared, including yourself too. Yourself like to be loved or cared. So then, overall, life is complicated. It is complicated. I'm not going to say life is perfect. Life is complicated. It's been complicated since from the beginning time to now. It's not going to be perfect. The Carmen, she has experience. It requires some. It's not easy to. It's so easy to say, "Oh, just forgive." No, not easy to say. Practical level, it's not that easy. It's not easy because something happens. That's why you got angry. So it's not easy to forgive. So it requires some really deeper understanding why you forgive. Therefore, foundation of compassion, universal compassion, is not about how much you get, how much you give, whether you're related, not related. Everybody's going through. Everybody went through so much, going through so much now. It will probably go through so much in the future if we don't liberate. In that case, everybody's in the same boat, no matter where you look. You could see they dress well, doesn't mean they are free from problems. They may drive nice car, that doesn't mean they are free from problems. Everybody has issues. Everybody has issues. That's why we need to seek liberations, complete freedom from samsara. life has issues, life has problems. So your life, monk's life, nun's life, monks back in the monastery, they are not free from problems. They have issues. Everybody has issues, different issues. So therefore, kindness is the best. Kindness is the best for you, best for everybody. So then Kadamba Master suggests, if it's become too hard, then avoid object. In the West, what we say, create space. Negative mindset will die down slowly. You stick with the object, not able to practice loving kindness, compassion, then but sticking with the object, then practicing loving kindness, compassion is not that easy. If you've been meditating on that all the time, maybe it will be relatively easier, but it's not going to be easy. So therefore, we should not stick with the object, maybe to avoid means, create some space, give some space. But you need some time to think and to observe and to what's happening, why is happening. It's complicated. That question is complicated. Why is happening? Maybe there are many reasons that you may think you could be wrong, sorry to say, or many reasons other parents think that you are doing something, they could be wrong, could be driven by ignorance, but then need some time to think, reflect what's happening. Are you mentally, in practical level, I don't have answer. I don't know what to say practically. I just feel sorry, practically, but you need to try your best, okay? So it's a difficult question. It's difficult. It's not easy. It's not just in the West. So dealing with the parents, sometimes the parents become child. I'm not sure how much they go through. Now I need to ask everything from the child to do. So they are who used to provide them everything. Now you become receiver. I'm not how you psychologically how you feel that. Not able to drive, not able to do many things. Then you're in trouble with that. So as I say, everybody has issues. Everybody has issues. The kindness, loving kindness, compassion, any circumstance, I think that's the best. That's the best. Like if somebody's being kind to you, you enjoy. If you be kind to others will enjoy. Okay, so all the answers that you give here, I think wonderful. It's very good. Some are very, like I say, based on practical level, sometimes some of the answers based on knowledge. So as I said, sometimes it's hard. You know the answer based on teachings, but it's not easy to give because we have no clue. We never went through the experience. We have no clue. You can't just say. You have to think in other people's shoes. Person who are already in that shoes. How you're going to deal with your own parents? Very difficult, not easy. Very difficult. So therefore, understanding of nature of samsara helps, really helps. Understanding. Focusing your own problems. Just analyze. Focusing your own problems, then focusing on somebody else's problems. What's the difference? No, I'm not going to say you do this or do that. So the need a lot of knowledge. There's a lot of things. It needs quite a bit to figure it out. Not easy. It's not easy. It's unfortunate. Very unfortunate. It happens. It happens. It happens. We just pray like how many out there, probably many, doesn't get along with the parents. I myself didn't get much chance to spend time with my parents. I was in the monastery from 7 till somewhere close to 30. After that, I came to here 20 years. 50, my life is pretty much gone like that. I didn't get much chance to spend time with my parents. So, so then my father, you don't mind to tell me a story? Oh, time's over. No, no time for stories. Time's over. I think it's hard. It's hard to deal with the parents. It's hard. You have your expectations. They have their expectations. Certain things they don't want to do. Certain things you want them to do. Sake of their health. They don't want to do. They don't want to do. But you push and push. Meanwhile, they're not happy. So eventually you realize, what's the point? You think you are thinking you are doing something good. Other person doesn't appreciate what is going on. There's something like that. Then eventually just let it go. So then don't bother. Don't bother. Your intention is good. You want to do sake of health. Person doesn't want to take shower. They don't want to take shower. You ask them to take shower, kind of like eating up their ear, eating this all the time. They don't want to take shower. So why you push and push? Then eventually you realize just give up. Yeah, it's complicated. Okay. So anyway, we'll have more discussions next Sunday. So thank you very much, all of you who contributed for the questions. So that's good to know. So some of the answers coming from based on experience, 1,000 times better than just coming from knowledge. 1,000 times better. Okay. Well, thank you so much, and all of you. So enjoying the cold weather. Okay. Thank you. Yes, the Lamula will do dedicate. And thank you, children, that you are translating for people in Patagonia.
So let's start with the dedication verses from Master Shantideva. All beings everywhere, plagued by sufferings of body and mind, obtain an ocean of happiness and joy by virtue of our merits. May no living creature suffer, commit evil, or ever fall ill. May no one be afraid or belittled with the mind weighed down by depression. May the blind see forms and the deaf hear sounds. May those whose bodies are worn with toil be restored on finding repose. May the naked find clothing, the hungry find food, may the thirsty find water and delicious drinks. May the poor find wealth, those weak with sorrow find joy, may the forlorn find hope, constant happiness and prosperity. May there be timely rains and bountiful harvests. May all medicines be effective and wholesome prayers bear fruit. May all who are sick and ill quickly be freed from their ailments. Whatever diseases there are in the world, may these never occur again. May the frightened cease to be afraid, and those bound be freed. May the powerless find power, and may people think of benefiting each other. For as long as space remains, for as long as sentient beings remain, until then, may I too remain to dispel the miseries of the world. Now the long life prayers, beginning with the one for His Holiness, the Dalai Lama. In the land encircled by snow mountains, you are the source of all happiness and good, all-powerful Chenrezig Tenzin Gyatso. Please remain until samsara ends. Now long life prayer for Sarah J. Kinsen Rinpoche Jetsun Losam Dalek. The one who mastered his speech at a very young age, the one with great patience who received the name Amatare, the one with great precision who spread the teachings of Lama Tsongkhapa on bliss and void, Lama ornament of the yellow hat tradition, Please remain until samsara ends. Along like prayer for Lama Zopa Rinpoche. You uphold the subduer's moral way, who serve as the bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Manjunath's victorious doctrine, who masterfully accomplish magnificent prayers honoring the three jewels, Savior of myself and others, your disciples, please, please live long. And of course, some long life prayers for Geshe Gelik and Geshe Sampo. Om Tare Tu Re Soha. 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 Om Tare Tu Re Soha.
Well, again, thank you very much. Alexandra, thank you very much for translating people back in Patagonia. Thank you very much. And please be safe and stay home. If you're driving around outside, be careful. So, okay, we'll see you next Sunday. No? Thank you.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Thank you,
Ramo. Thank you, Dana.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Stay safe.
Thank you, Danala. Thank you, Lamala. Thank you.
Gracias, Norma. Gracias, Ale. Gracias.